Hello traders, investors, and Market Club members everywhere. Adam Hewison here, co-founder of Market Club with your market update for Friday, the last Friday before Christmas, the 20th of December. Amazon moves over $400 and gold drops below $1,200. We'll be covering those stocks and gold and Netflix and Apple today. But I wanted to start off today by looking at our Q&A section on the members blog and Market Club. You can see we've had over 169 comments right here, very actively engaged in conversation. Here's a question from Shabazz asking, hi Adam, any suggestions on where Apple might find support? We're going to be talking about Apple today, Shabazz, so watch the video. But if you have a question about any market, this is the place to go. We're going to start with Apple. You can see the monthly and the weekly trade triangles still positive. Trend is up, and you can see the trend in gold right here, all red. Bruno the Bear is firmly in control of that market. And you can also see where these yellow trade triangles kicked in, indicating the trend is strongly to the upside, with the exception of crude oil, which still has a little bit of a torque going on there. So generally speaking, we use the weekly and the daily for crude oil, so it's positive in our mind there. So let's go right to Apple. Apple took a little bit of a hit here when they delayed the China mobile deal, but you can see, let's get closer up on Apple. You can see it's actually beginning to bottom out. It's right back to the 50 line, which is the RSI. We've talked about this extensively in the past, where 50 lends support to the market, and you can see how that has happened in the past. Let me just illustrate that for you on the screen. So here's an area where we hit 50 and hit 50 again here. So here's the area, and then look what happened once the momentum started going up again. So here we are. We're back down to 50. We may go wide, we may go sideways for a little while longer, but I think we'll see this market improve. Apple is scheduled to announce its earnings on about the 17th or the 18th of January. I think they're going to come out as a shock to the upside, but I think Apple is going to trend up. We're looking for this RSI line to go higher, and we're looking for this market to eventually turn back up and challenge the highs that we saw back here. So let's see how that plays out on Apple. Looking at Amazon, you can clearly see this market's moved to new high ground. Obviously, we're not quite in an overbought situation like we were here, but we could stay overbought in Amazon for quite some time. But generally speaking, this is probably a perfect 52-week high weekend trade. The only thing I would be concerned about this is the holiday weekend. The markets are very thin, but generally speaking, it would look as though the trend clearly is up here on Amazon, and it looks like it wants to go higher. Potentially we could see another $50 move from here, so 430, 420 is definitely could be in the cards for Amazon. Looking at Netflix, one of our very favorite stocks, you can see this market's just generally trended up pretty much since October, this is the Carl Icahn, I'm taking my profits position. But you can see his son was pretty much right as the market just kept going higher and higher and higher. Currently trading at 376. I think we can see this stock at around the $400 level. So here's spot gold. You can see the big down day yesterday. Kind of a little bit of a hesitant response here today, a little sort of hesitation, but nonetheless the trend is down. If you remember, we talked about this last time we did the update on the 18th. We said this type of formation right here we did not see as a positive. We thought that was a continuation pattern to the downside. I think it is. I think we'll see gold continue to move lower, where minus 90, the trend has been pretty much down all year. You can see our monthly kicked in at 1672 here. We're currently trading almost $500 lower right now in gold from our original sell point. So let's see how that plays out, but generally speaking, it looks like this market could go a little lower. The only caveat on this would be if we take this out a little further, and you can see this low back here that we came in at around the 1183 level. I think that's going to be psychologically an important area for this market to get through. But generally speaking, it would appear as though this whole area here was some sort of a continuation pattern. Let me just illustrate that really carefully for you. So we just measure from this level here, which is around the 1430 level, down to here, the 1250 area. So that's 150, 180 points lower than where we are now. So we take that away, and that takes us down quite a bit further. So I think we could see this market continue to go lower. So let's see how that plays out. But generally speaking, the trend is your friend, and the trend is clearly down in gold. Moving on to the indexes, this is a new high on the index. You can't fight the trends in this. You're above the 50 line on the RSI. Very, very positive trends for the indices. Same thing with the S&P 500, new highs. We're not overbought. Again, we got back down to the support line of the RSI, bounced back up. Looks good to us. Obviously, the tapering of $10 billion was not enough to freak out the market, and it looks like he wants to go higher. On the NASDAQ, the same picture. Obviously, Apple is picking up today a lot, so we expect this market to continue to move higher. We still like the dollar yen. That we expect that to go higher after Christmas. We also like the euro yen. We expect that to move higher as well. So this is Adam Hewison. It's Friday. Have a great weekend, everybody. We have our Christmas party tonight at our company, so we're going to have a good time. So we hope you have a safe weekend and a fun weekend. And be sure to check out Ask About Any Market and Get an Answer program. I think you'll really enjoy it. Ask us any questions about the market, and we'll do our very best to answer them for you. If we can't answer them, I'm sure we have a member that can help you and answer that question for you. So I'm Adam Hewison for Market Club. Have a great weekend, everyone.
You can find Adam Hewison as a regular contributor on Bloomberg, Business News Network, CNBC, and Fox Business News.